Hi, my name is Ian Rice. I've got two children here at the Caledonia School District. It's very apparent here by all of the parents that have spoken that this board and the school district is failing. More importantly, I came here to talk about critical race theory. This theory was never meant to be brought into grade schools, high schools, at all. It's actually taught in the collegiate atmosphere, and more importantly, the legal portion of the collegiate atmosphere, to see different laws through the lens of race, from an ethics and an ethical standpoint, right? Not for grade schools and high schoolers. The problem with bringing it to high school and grade school level is that we don't have the educators to properly teach these kids. Instead, they're using it as their own agenda to indoctrinate the kids to hate each other. And whether you believe that to be true or not, the reality is that's what's happening. Critical race theory is teaching that white people are bad. That's not true. That would teach my daughter that her mother is evil. You already have an educator within your staff that has pulled my daughter aside and said, well, you're a minority, so you know better than to engage in certain things.
Wow.
When I was brought to the school's attention, nothing happened to that educator. Instead, my daughter was brought in, and she was ridiculed. So my question is now, with critical race theory being brought in, what is your criteria to educate the educators? And who are you to educate my children, or any of our children, in life issues? That's our job.
Yeah.
Yes.
Your job is to teach them math and science.
Yes.
Our job is to teach them about life. I believe racial issues and tensions across the U.S. are nowhere near what they used to be decades ago. Do we have a long way to go? Sure. Do we still have individuals out there that need to be taught? Absolutely. But I believe the people here don't look at me as a black man. They look at me as a man standing in front of you addressing the issue that we all are very passionate about.
That's right.
You guys were all brought here as leaders, correct? Leadership is hard. Leadership requires you to say no when you need to say no. The government is giving you money to do certain things. It's your job to say no
Yes.
when those things don't make common sense. CRT does not make common sense. It continues to drive the wedge of racial tensions bigger, higher, and stronger. It teaches those who are of color that they're less than, that they need to be lifted up by board members, by government money, by handouts. It teaches those who are white that you're evil, you're horrible, you've done terrible things, and you should pay for that. Give me your house, give me your car, because you hurt my great-great-great-great-great-great-great-grandfather. It's ridiculous. As a black man, I've gone through struggles, but I never used my race to get where I am. In fact, on applications, on admission forms, on questionnaires, I left a portion of race blank and used instead my skill set to get where I am.
Amen.
You want to get rid of racism? You want to get rid of racism? You want to teach our children how to not see color? Stop talking about it. Get it out of the schools, put it back in the homes where it's our responsibility as a parent to educate them in life issues. You teach them academics that you're currently failing in. Instead of looking at critical race theory to bring them to the school, why don't you look at why our children are failing in the basics? Bring in programs that will bring them to the forefront where they belong. Children across the seas are coming in, they're taking the jobs, the high-paying jobs, and our children are behind where they are. Yet you want to talk about critical race theory. Why? It is absolutely a joke. 100% a joke. So ask yourself, look yourselves in the mirror, and ask, are you truly leaders, or are you simply puppets in a system that's designed to further divide our children and ourselves?
Yeah.
That's right.
Thank you very much.